Imagine this situation. You arrive at a party and you see that girl. She has a beautiful smile, she looks nice, she's laughing all the time, and you would really like to know her better, but you are a bit too shy to make the first move. But suddenly you realize that you actually have a lot of common friends. That's why you ask your best friend to introduce you to her. And he does. Now you are talking and you feel so comfortable with her. You are talking for hours about everything, about climate change and sports, and she feels so nice and friendly, and you feel like you really have a connection. And after putting the whole picture together and putting the puzzles together, you actually realize that she might really like you, and she actually might flirt with you, which means that you can really have a chance with her. You might even already imagine in your head your first date, how you get married and have 3 kids. And after taking all your cards together, you ask her for her number, or if she has time tomorrow night to get a drink together. But suddenly you see that her nice smile changes into a nervous smile, and she starts to nervously play with her fingers. She looks around, she feels a little bit uncomfortable, and you think, oh, maybe she is shy. That's why you take the initiative again and you tell her that you really like her and you would like to have a date with her. And this is when she is kind of taking a step back, and she doesn't know how to tell you this. But after a second she tells you she needs to leave. Does this situation seem familiar to you? Hello successful people, my name is Luminita, and today I want to talk about a topic that is very important for me, is very important for every girl on this planet, and is very relevant for you, dear men. How to finally recognize if a girl is actually into you and flirting with you, or she is simply being nice and friendly without any intention of any romantic continuation. The 5 tips that I will give you today are very straightforward and easy. That's why next time when there is a stranger that is super nice and friendly to you, ask yourself these 5 questions, or put yourself in these 5 situations, and I can guarantee you that you will know for 100%, or you'll be 100% sure if she is indeed flirting with you or she is being simply friendly. If this situation seems familiar to you, give this video a thumbs up and let's get started. And the very first question that you have to ask yourself when a girl is extremely nice and friendly to you is, what is the environment, or what is the professional setup around us? As a former waitress, I cannot count the cases and situations when I was nice to a client because I was a waitress, and the policy of the coffee shop where I was working was to be very friendly to everyone, and a lot of people would get me super wrong and would ask me on a date, although everything that I wanted was to give a nice customer service and get maybe some extra tips, and that's all. And of course, because I was working in the sector of gastronomy, I heard so many stories from other waitresses, bartenders, even shop assistants, how difficult it can be sometimes to perform your job professionally and to have a good reputation or a good customer service without giving some false chances and hopes to some male customers. If you're in a cafe, bar or mall and there is this nice woman that she asks you what you want, if you're happy with everything, if she can do anything for you, if she smiles to you, it doesn't necessarily mean that she wants something from you. She is just doing her job. However, I don't exclude the fact that waitresses, bartenders, shop assistants, and so on can flirt with their clients. It happens. It happened even in my case. although my boss doesn't need to know that, my former boss. For you to understand if a waitress, for example, is just nice to you and performing her job, or if she's really flirting with you, there are two little things that you can pay attention to. For example, if she's giving you extra time when you are sitting or standing and you see that there are a lot of clients, but with everyone she's speaking like, what do you want? Okay, thank you, bye. But with you, she's spending a little bit more time. She might explain you the menu, and you see that she doesn't do this with everyone. This can be a sign that she is flirting. Or that maybe you're a potential customer that can give her extra tips, like much more than others. And a different sign that a waitress might really flirt with you is when she or if she is always at your table. Even if she's not your waitress, for example, but she always brings the stuff. She's always taking the stuff from your table. If she is working for her colleague, if she's always trying to be around you and ask you if you're good, most probably she's flirting with you, because her colleague will definitely not share the tips with her. But all in all, keep in mind this concept of customer service, and every single time when a waitress is very friendly, if she might even ask you if the meal was nice to you, or if you would like to come by next week, whatever, she not necessarily is flirting with you, but most probably she's just professional, where she's just doing her job. The second tip how to see if a girl is really flirting with you or she's being simply nice is when you are trying to make up a date, or you are trying to see her and you schedule a meeting, or you schedule a date, or you schedule to go grab a coffee next week, and she is rescheduling or canceling your meetings. Now, in this case, there are two situations, or can be two scenarios. In one case, she is rescheduling, but she is giving you an alternative. For example, let's take two situations. You ask her if you could meet next Monday at 5 o'clock. If she's flirting with you, or if she has some interest in you, but she doesn't have really, objectively, she doesn't have time on Monday at 5 p.m., she would say, oh no, I'm sorry, I have a dentist appointment, but what if we meet on Monday at 8? Or what if we meet the next day at 5? So she will give you an alternative, because she also wants to see you. If you are texting her, but she is simply nice, she's not confrontational, she doesn't want to tell you directly that she's not interested, she will simply try to reschedule it without giving any point. Just, you said, let's meet tomorrow at 10 or at 5 p.m. and she'll be like, oh no, I have a dentist appointment. Or, oh, I'm sorry, but I have that dentist appointment, totally forgot about that. Maybe next time. So if she is just pushing this meeting or this coffee grabbing on an infinite period of time without giving you a real alternative, without showing you that she also wants to meet you, most probably she's just non-confrontational, she's just being nice to you, and she tries to not hurt your feelings, and she hopes that if she tells you often enough that she doesn't have time, you will simply stop asking. The third tip, how to see that a girl has some real interest and further romantic continuation, or if she's just being friendly and nice, is in a conversational setup. Let's take the example from the beginning of this video. You meet a girl and you can talk for hours, basically about anything, about climate change, pandemics, plastic, and so on. So you really feel that you can talk about anything. Now the thing is, if you can really talk with her about anything, and this implies some personal stuff of hers, for example, her childhood, or her personal future ideas, or her personal feelings. I talked about it a little bit in the other video, you can check it out here. It was about some hidden signs that she's flirting. I introduced this idea as well, but if she is open to talk about herself and her secret dreams or something very personal, that means that she likes you and she feels comfortable with you and she wants to open herself to you and she actually is interested in you. On the other hand side, if you feel like you can talk with her about anything, about any topic, cosmos, universe, oceans, but if you ask her something personal, something about her family, something about her memories, something very near to her soul and heart, and she is trying to change the topic, she's trying to be very secretive there, it can happen that she likes to talk to you, she is engaged in this discussion, but she's not trying to find a connection with you. She is well aware that after this party, she might never see you again. Or she's just friendly with you because she feels like you're an interesting person. But after that, no. Of course, I don't say that girls open their hearts to any stranger if they're flirting. Of course not. Different girls have different levels of trust. But still, if someone is trying to hide her personality and just keep very on topic and very professional, most probably she's having a nice discussion, but she doesn't want you to text her or call her or meet her again. The fourth tip is again connected to discussions, and you can see if a girl is flirting with you and she really likes you, or she's being just friendly and nice, if she is really engage in your discussion. For example, if she likes you, she will actively listen to you. She will forget about her phone, she will forget about anything else. She might keep or lose track of the time and be late to the next appointment, but she is really engaged in your conversation. And also, if you're talking for already a period of time, she might remember some things that you told her last week. For example, if you told her last time that you like fruity, this time she could bring you some fruity and say, oh, I was grocery shopping and I saw that tea and I just randomly bought it. Or if you told her 2 weeks ago that you love hot chocolate with marshmallows, I don't know, she might ask you or invite you to grab some hot chocolate with marshmallows at her place or somewhere in the town. Anyways, this person is really interested in you. She's listening to you actively. She actively remembers what you like. If you told her the first time that you like this type of beer, it can happen that when you invite her to watch a game, she will bring you exactly this brand of beer because she heard it, she memorized it, and this is a sign to show you that she really likes you and she wants to, in a way, make you happy. On the other hand side, if you're talking with her and your discussion sounds pretty nice, she's smiling and she's laughing at your jokes, but she is regularly checking her phone. She reacts almost to every single notification. She next time doesn't even remember maybe where you come from or your name. Most probably she's being nice to you right now because maybe she doesn't have anything else to do or she doesn't want to confront you and tell you to leave. But there is absolutely no potential romantic future over there. You're just wasting your time. And the fifth tip that I can give you, dear guys, when you are talking to a girl is to keep in mind her cultural and personal background. For example, there is this common stereotype in some Western European countries that American girls are much more flirty and much more attracted to European guys than the European women. And this happens because Americans generally are a little bit more open and nice to strangers. For example, I remember when I was working as a waitress, American guests would always tell me, "Hello, how was your day so far?" before ordering, which will never happen here. They might ask you, "What's up?" and you would say, "I'm good," and they'll be like, "Great," and they will order. But they don't really start this small talk with you as a waiter. That's why sometimes there is this misconception that if a girl is nice to you, she might flirt with you, but the truth is this is her culture. She's used to be nice and friendly and open to everyone or to many people. The same goes for her personality type. We women are different. Some of us are talkative and they love to talk to strangers. Others are more shy. And just because a girl is talking to you for more than 1 minute, it doesn't mean that she really loves you. Or if she maybe initiated a conversation, a random conversation at a party, it doesn't necessarily mean that she wants you to bring her home tonight. Maybe she's simply talkative, maybe she's simply nice. This is her personality. And for you as a guy, you can see if she's just nice to you or she's generally nice by observing her behavior with other people. If she is, "Hey, how are you doing? Hey, how are you doing? Oh, hi," with every person, that means she is simply a friendly person. Full stop. But if you see that she is kind of neutral with everyone, or she has really short talks with everyone, but with you she seems really invested, and additionally you can check up every single other 4 tips that I gave you before, then most probably she's really into you and she's indeed flirting with you. These were the main 5 tips how to finally decode female and understand, is she flirting with you or is she being simply friendly? I can assure that if you go during your discussion through all these 5 filters, in the end you can be 100% sure if she is indeed into you or she just wants to have a nice conversation, and that's all. If these tips were helpful for you, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you have any further questions about dating, if there's a situation that you don't understand, you can always leave me a question or a comment in the comment section below. Since you're there, don't forget to click on the bell button to get notified every single time when I post something new. If right now you want to learn even more about dating and communication, click here and here. Click here to become part of my growing community. Remember that communication builds connections and miscommunication builds a mess. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye!